What's happening, everybody? Today we have the Titaone S long-range motorcycle bike. It's a super unique piece of machinery here. When I saw it, I had to have one to test. Titaone actually reached out to me and they wanted me to test this thing out. The moment I saw it, I'm like, this is like nothing else I've ever seen. I want to test this out. I want to see how it performs. And like, I'm just going to be honest with what it is, how it feels. I've driven a ton of motocross in my day. I've also driven a ton of e-bikes, a couple e-motorcycles, if you will. I figured, why not? That this is not your standard e-bike or e-motorcycle. I'm suspicious. I want to get it out. I want to try it out. And I want to see if worth the money. Because these things are pretty expensive for what they are. But if you use my affiliate link, you can get a little bit cheaper. So, taking it out of the box. So, we're going to take this apart and see what it looks like. I just cut this just a few minutes ago. I have never looked at this thing, but I am super interested to see what this thing actually looks like in person, because boy, you can do this. Okay. All right, you can do this. All right, let's see what this looks like. Enough yapping. Oh my God, this thing is heavy. Holy moly. Back to this insane looking bike. I got a crappy pair of scissors. Look at the difference between the front tire and the rear tire. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. What is this? All right, the 79bikes Viper S is built. This thing looks gnarly. Originally, what attracted me to this is the setup of this. I've never seen anything quite look like this. There's some e-bikes that are unique and e-motorcycles that are unique, but this thing is on a whole nother level. And I can't wait to get this out and see it. But as you can see here, it's got that like 14-inch rim on the back and that 10-inch rim on the front. But the real unique thing is this jack shaft in between here. You see the 72-volt motor with the belt, and look at the size of this after the jack shaft. Look at the size of this sprocket. It's almost the size of the rear wheel. This thing leads me to believe that this thing will be full of torque. And the fact that you can bring the seat down like this, back facing, so you can wheelie it pretty easily. But I can't wait to get out and try it. This thing is going to be next level. And they said they're trying to bring next level. Let's see what it does. All right, we have the 79bikes Viper S built and ready to go. And we're going to try this thing out. This thing is so strange. I don't know what to expect. I'm thinking pretty slow, pretty torquey, but otherwise it says 2,000 watts, so mediocre speed. But for the price, this is about a quarter of the price of the bigger named motorcycles. This is not an e-bike. As you can see here, it's got static pegs, so it's more of a dirt bike motocross. It's going to be a little more stealth mode to be able to drive around at a less expensive price and a more accessible price. So let's start this thing up. First of all, we get this key with this NFC right here. And what you do with the key is you take it and it pops up. You have to plug in right here the power. So once that's plugged in, slap that back down and this should be locked. And you can see here the battery is fully charged. So you could either use the NFC here or use the code. This is now a 79bikes. It's not a Titaone, FYI. All right. There you go. Once you put in the password, you have the NFC. I have it in my pocket. There you go. You could either tap it on it or hit that. But so you have two modes. You have sport and eco. And we're going to try both of them in both modes and see how it works out. So yeah, let's give this a go. Again, 72 volt motor with a jack shaft, a belt into a chain. And yeah, just a super interesting bike. Let's hit the gas. Now this thing is pretty small. I am flat-footed, 5'8", so this is a good way to figure out your height, but it's still comfortable. It's like a, you know, most of what I would attribute this to is a pit bike. Let's get moving. Okay, here we go. Eco. Hope it's a little bit better than this because Eco is not feeling too torquey. Okay, we're gonna get through the woods here. It's kind of loud. I'm gonna have about 1,000 ticks on me probably after this. Oh, that's pretty interesting. What I just noticed. Watch what happens when you hit the brakes. There's no high and low beams. It's just that. So pretty cool. Let's see if we can turn the lights on. Seems holding up pretty good. Let's give it a go. In eco mode, right? That's eco. They're pretty torquey. Not too bad. Okay, I have this thing in miles per hour. Okay, eco mode. This is me hammering the throttle. 13.5 miles an hour in eco. Sport. Oh my goodness. Oh, the thing cooks in sport. Whoa, that's a lot faster than I thought it would be. All right, let's see how fast it goes in sport. Still gaining speed. 22.8, we're going up a hill. Getting beat up here. I can't imagine this thing hitting a high top speed because of the way it's set up. There's definitely a limiter on it. There we go, 25. Not great. Not bad, but that little rear tire definitely is interesting. Let's see. A lot of torque. It's what I thought. Oh, suspension's not bad. Not bad at all. This thing feels like a mountain bike, just weird. I think this is designed to wheelie. This is the rear brake, and this is the front brake. Definitely a wheelie monster, but I gotta figure out the balance point on this because it's got a lot of torque and a little rear tire. But first, I wanna hit the jump again. Oh, not bad shocks. Woo! You know, I gotta say, when it comes down to it, it's really what can you afford. The price point this is at, which is roughly $2,000. We're gonna try the whoops. I'm not comfortable with this yet. I don't have enough time on it, but we're gonna try the whoops. There's the whoop, there they are. Whoop. The big front tire definitely helps. Come around here. Let's see how much torque this bad boy's got. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Definitely a wheelie monster. All right, let's hit the gas. Now if I could figure out the balance point on this, this thing will be a nice wheelie machine, especially over the whoops. Oh yeah, not crazy fast top speed. Probably about 30. Not crazy top speed, from what I can tell anyways. Now that we're in dirt. A lot of torque. Pretty cool machine. Definitely unique. But if you wanted a wheelie, just sit here wheeling all day, this thing would be great. The fact that it has such a small rear tire with a huge sprocket in the rear, this thing was going to be a wheelie machine. When 79bikes reached out to me, they're like, hey, do you want to try this? I'm like, yes, because I've never seen anything like it. But I told them, I'm like, I'm honest, if I had to give my 2 cents, if you wanted a wheelie, like just a machine to go around wheeling at slower speeds, this would be it for sure, because it can do it. Like, it's lifting the front tire right there. Let's go down a hill here. Yeah, 25. I wouldn't want to go any faster than that anyways with this. It's got such a small rear tire and a pretty small front. 14 front, 10 rear. It's basically a glorified pit bike that doesn't make any sound. So that's super cool. These are my first impressions with this bike, and I want to get it out a little bit more and see what else I could do. And we're going to do an actual top speed with this thing too. So that's the Viper S, and we'll do more with this. I can't wait to do a little bit more testing with it, see what it's fully capable of, see if I can tune it a little bit, or see if I can change the suspension around to make it a little bit softer and whatnot. Yeah, can't wait to get this out a little bit further, but who's this for so far? The person who likes to wheelie, the person who likes to go around, jump a little bit, and have some fun. It's not a speed demon, from what I could tell just yet. It is not super tall. It's not super comfortable to ride on, but it's definitely something that you can have fun with for pretty cheap. And for the price and power, I mean, if you're looking for something that could wheelie for $2 grand, this is probably the best thing you can get for the entry-level price that it is. So yeah, it'll get you out there. It'll have some fun. Let's get into the next couple videos with this thing and see how it rolls. So hope you enjoyed this one so far. When I get a little more practice on this thing, we'll see how it goes. Take it easy, guys. See you in the next one.